Hi everyone, Veronica is here. This is part 8 in my Get Your X Back series, and today I want to inspire you with a movie. This movie is called A Tale of Winter. It is from 1992 actually. It's from a French filmmaker named Eric Romer. I actually first saw this film, I think it was in 2010 at a art house movie theater in Chicago, where they were doing a French film series on Eric Romer's films. And he's a really interesting filmmaker. You either love him or you hate him. But this film, Tale of Winter, had a lot of law of attraction principles in it. Whether it was done intentionally or unintentionally, I don't know. But I've recommended this film to a lot of you that are trying to attract back your ex, because it gives a lot of inspiration. I don't know if any of you have actually watched the movie. I don't know how easy it is to actually get a copy of this film. I guess it is a little obscure depending on where you live. But I wanted to talk a little bit more about it because I think it could give a lot of inspiration to a lot of you. So basically, I haven't seen the film in a while, but I read the Wikipedia description, so I'm going to sort of paraphrase it and inspire you. So basically, we have this young woman, and she's raising her little daughter. She's not with the daughter's father. I guess her and the father had like a love affair. They fell madly in love with one another, and somehow they exchanged numbers, to meet again, and somehow he lost her information or she lost his information. They lost touch, basically, and she got pregnant with his child, and they weren't in touch at all. They lost one another. I mean, it seemed pretty hopeless. I mean, this was in 1992, so basically, we don't have this sort of resources we do now, but so you sort of have to remember that. So they lost contact with one another. Let's see, what does it say on Wikipedia? So she gave him her address for further meetings, but she made a mistake and he can't find her. So basically what happens is she thinks she's never going to see him again, but this is the only man that she loves. This is the only one she can truly be happy with. This is the person who she wants to be. And she has this little child, this little daughter, and she dreams of reconnecting with him no matter how impossible it may seem. And I'm pretty sure everyone around her is sort of like, it's never going to happen. You need to move on. You need to find someone else. And I think she even tries relationships with other men. In the Wikipedia description, it talks about that she's torn between the hairdresser and the librarian, but none of them work out. So she's trying, these other men, but none of these other relationships are sort of working out because she just loves, this man that she fell in love with. I guess his name was Charles. And this is the person that she wants to be with. But, everyone around her is saying, you have to move on, but she doesn't really want to, and none of these other relationships are working out. But she always holds this, strength that she's going to somehow find him again. No matter how impossible it may seem, somehow this is going to happen. And at the end of the film, it really takes you by surprise because you're not expecting it. She's on the bus with her little daughter, and I think I don't remember I think she just sort of points and she's like, there's Daddy. I guess they sort of got on the same bus with him. Somehow the universe sort of just brought them together. He just wound up there. And somehow they just wound up on the same bus, and they look at one another and it's like, oh my God. And it just happens. And it's proof positive that, she wasn't going to settle for anything less. It took her 5 years, but it did happen. She did wind up with him. And in the end, obviously, they fall in love again as they did before. They get married and they open a restaurant. So everything is happy. So obviously, it's much more dramatic. It's much more wonderful in in the film. So I would definitely recommend finding a copy of this and watching it, because I think that this scene will really blow you away, because you're not expecting to see him on the bus. You're not expecting him to just wind up in the same place that she is, but basically the universe put them together and put them in the same place at the same time, no matter how, impossible it may seem. She had tried to have relationships with other men, but it just didn't work out, and obviously he was thinking about her as well, because they just wound up on the same bus together and they lived happily ever after. So I definitely would recommend watching this film, and I hope that this story can inspire you even if you don't end up watching this film. Another great film to watch, and I know I've recommended this one as well, especially in my ebook, is Serendipity. This film is with John Cusack and Kate Beckinsale, and it really, they have a lot of series of events of things that are definitely not coincidences, and they find each other, fall in love, and then they lose contact with one another, and then they find each other again right as, I think they're both like in other relationships, and I think he's even like about to get married. But they find each other right in time, and they get back together, and it's pretty amazing. But that's probably an easier film to locate than A Tale of Winter. But both of them are really inspirational. And if you're trying to attract back an ex, or even connect with a certain person that maybe you've lost contact with, these are really inspirational stories. And I hope that this video could inspire you to seek these things out, and to really give you hope that all you have to do is believe and imagine something, and just be happy and go on with your life, and the universe will bring it to you at the right time. Sometimes things take longer than others, and I think a lot of the mistakes that people make is they think once they put in the order with the universe that it's just going to happen immediately. If it doesn't happen immediately, they get angry, they get upset, they get frustrated, they just toss everything out the window, and then they don't get it. So basically what you got to do is you got to hold on to this idea, hold on to the belief, and just let it happen when it's going to happen, and just go about your life and just be fine with things how they are, knowing that they'll get better when they're supposed to, and just have those beliefs, and you can change any part of your life by doing this. So if you're inspired to hear more, I do offer one-on-one email coaching, text chats, phone calls, Skype calls too. Visit my website, veronicaisles.com. There's always free advice at veronicaloa.boardhost.com. And feel free to contact me with any suggestions. I'm also going to list some ebook links below. I have 2 ebooks available currently: How to Get Your Ex Back in 25 Days and the 25-Day Challenge. And I have a new one that's going to be coming out this week that's about attracting a specific person. I hope you have a wonderful day, and you will be hearing from me very soon with more videos. Enjoy the rest of your day. And remember, be inspired to do anything. Nothing is impossible.